So it looks like Samsung's coming out with a rival for the iPhone XR. The real question is, should they do that? We'll talk about it right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's get into the video. Just a couple days ago, I did a video about the iPhone XR and I called it a potential mistake for Apple. Now, I don't really think that it's a mistake, but it does pose the question, did they do something that they won't continue to do for years on, thus making it a weird one-off? And while they have had the 5C and the SC and all that other stuff, it's weird this time because the XR carries a lot of the same hardware as the flagships, which, by the way, that's been another battle. People have been calling the XR a flagship, but my community tab doesn't agree. And it looks like Samsung likes that idea because it looks like the S10e or Lite or whatever you want to call it, looks like this, is going to do the same thing, have most of the same hardware for a little bit less money. The one thing that makes this either a success or a failure will be the price. If they price it exactly like the XR, then they are going toe-to-toe with Apple saying, hey, this is our territory, get out. But let's be honest, most people aren't choosing between an iPhone and an Android phone. They've made up their choice as to which particular ecosystem they want to be in. This is more about showing out and showing that they can do whatever Apple can do. A lot of times it's Samsung that will come out with something first and Apple that will trail along after. But this time Apple has made a bunch of different phones at a bunch of different price points and has found that the XR is actually the most popular one. I talked about how this is maybe a backfiring point because the XR just absolutely scavenged the sales of the XS and the XS Max. This could be the same thing that happens to Samsung. Let's not forget that the S9 actually didn't sell all that well last year, and that was only with 2 variants. If you come out with 3 or 4, let's not forget about the 5G version, then you're really gonna have a hard time explaining to people which phone they should buy. I mean, as it is, most people are gonna walk into a store, wonder which one's the cheapest, and buy it. And I'm not talking about the people that are watching this video that have already figured out which one they're gonna buy. I'm talking about the average consumer, the person that walks into a store with a broken phone needing to upgrade. And by the way, there are tons more of them than there are of you. And that will dictate whether or not the XE, the XS Lite, or whatever you wanna call it will be a success. I'm unsure at this point. This is kind of a risky proposition because with the shrinking market in the amount of people that are buying smartphones now, to bring out a bunch more options doesn't seem to make sense to me. I think you should just come out with 1, maybe 2 phones that are super strong and don't dilute the entire industry with a bunch of phones, a bunch of options, and a bunch of products that won't get sold. There are only so many people that are gonna buy smartphones this year, and by giving so many different options, one of them is gonna be a failure. I mean, the numbers, that's what it is. This could be the year where the sales go up. I mean, it's not trending that way, but anything's possible. The S10 does look amazing. It does have some really cool new features with obviously the fingerprint scanner underneath the screen and all those things that, I gotta be honest, most average consumers won't care about, but the tech heads do. But the question is, while the high end has all of those features, the XE or the XS Lite won't necessarily have all those features. So who's gonna buy that? My guess is it's actually gonna be targeted at budget-minded consumers, but if it's at $800, that's not a budget phone. So it's a little bit of a lost identity. I kind of wonder if maybe Samsung is aiming too high on the price and just going by Apple. Now, I talked about how Apple is a luxury brand in my last video, and I gotta say, I don't know that this is gonna be the case for Samsung. I love Samsung phones. I have the Note 9, I've had Note since the Note 2. I'm just in love with all their phones. However, let's be real for a second. Most people who buy Notes won't buy S series. They consider it a step down. So you're not gonna get those people to buy your S10. You might get people from the S9 or S8 line to buy them, and certainly the S6 and S5, hopefully by then people are upgrading. But the people that have waited that long on an S5 or S6 aren't looking to spend a whole bunch of money, otherwise they would have been upgrading all this time. So in a lot of ways, this is a risk for Samsung. With overall smartphone sales dropping over the last couple of years, to bring out so many options, I think is a mistake. However, the market will choose. What do you think? Are you gonna buy the S10 Lite or the S10e or whatever they're gonna call it? Is that the one you're gonna buy? Or are you gonna buy one of the more flagship models? The S10 or S10 Plus, whatever the heck they're gonna call those things. Because I'm guessing that most of you out there that are definitely gonna buy an S10 are not going to buy the Lite. And that is surely the point. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week, having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love.